Hi, welcome to Kalaimari's tutorial. So today we will see about two types of inheritance in C++. One is single inheritance and another one is multiple inheritance. Single inheritance, we will create a derived class from only one base class. That is, we will be having one base class and one derived class. This is called a single inheritance. This picture, so we can see this class A is a base class and class B is a derived class. So we got only one base class and one derived class. So it is called as single inheritance. So now we will see one example program in it. So here I am having one base class and one derived class. So first we will be including all the preprocessed directive within my program, and this program is to find the simple interest. So here in base class, I have created a class and we am naming it as base. So this is going to be my base class. So here I am declaring PNR variables under protected, and one function I am declaring. So that function is going to read the data in PNR variables. So after defining this class, I am moving to the derived class now. So the syntax for creating the derived class is class derived here is the derived class name. So you can give any name over here, followed by colon and the visibility mode. So here I have mentioned as public base. So what does this public mean? So I'm going to publicly inherit the base class into my derived class. So all the member functions of the base class is going to be accessible within the derived class. So that is the meaning of this. So here again what I'm doing, I'm calculating only the simple interest by using the values which I have read using the base class in the void get function. So now we'll go for the main. So in main function, so we will be creating an object of the derived class. So using the object of the derived class, I'm going to access the function of the base class and the derived class. So in get function, what we have done, we are going to read the values of P and R values. So I'm going to use the values which is declared in the base class inside the derived class, and I'm going to calculate the simple interest. See, once again, I'm not declaring those variables in the derived class and I'm not reading the values. So what happens here? The properties, that is a member function, data members, everything, whatever I'm declaring in my base class is being utilized in the derived class. So this is going to incorporate the reusability of the code. So ob dot get function. So get function is from base class. So I'm able to access this get function of the base class using the derived class object. Why so? Because I have declared my base class to be declared as public inside my derived class. So again next ob.put is a function in a derived class. So I am able to invoke that function also using the derived class object. So immediately after the execution of the ob.get statement, the control will be passed to the get function residing in the base class. So the statements inside that base class will be, that particular function will be getting executed, enter the value of principal number of your rate of interest. So I'll be reading the values. Now after reading it, again ob.put statement will be read. So at that time the control will be passed to the put function of the derived class. So inside the derived put function, again the calculation of simple interest was done and the output will be printed. So that's all. So this is a single inheritance. So in single inheritance you have to remember only one thing. Here there you will be having one base class and one derived class in it. So next we shall do multiple inheritance. So here the derived class is going to be created from the two or more base classes or from multiple classes. We call it to be the multiple inheritance. See here I am having class B, class C. So those two are considered as a base class 1, base class 2. Class A, C. From these two base classes, class B and C, I'm creating a new class named class A. Let us see one example. So here as usual we are including the preprocessed directives iostream.h and conio.h. So this program is going to help you in reading the student details, and I'm going to print the student details. So here in this slide we got two classes, so both are considered as base class alone. Class base 1, so inside this I'm declaring roll number, name, character name. So inside this particular void get function I'm reading the roll number as well as the name, everything. And in class base class 2 again I'm reading the marks from the end user. See here I'm having two classes, two base classes. So in the derived class, so all the elements whatever we use in these two classes are going to be inherited. See in this example we have included one more base class, base 2, sorry base 3. Here again I am reading the score. So here we'll be using three base classes, and now I'm going to create a derived class. See here class DER is my derived class name followed by the colon. So public is a visibility mode. Base 1 is the first base class from where I'm inheriting the properties. Public comma base 2 is my second base class from where I'm inheriting the properties to my derived class. Again comma followed by public base 3. Again I am inheriting the properties from base 3 into this derived class. So I am giving all the base classes here followed by the colon. So inside the put function now I will be printing all the values like roll number, name, marks 1, mark 2, as well as I will be finding the total score and I am going to print it. So let us see what is happening inside my main function. See here as usual what we will be doing, we will be creating a object for the derived class. Since all the properties are going to be utilized in my derived class, it is enough that if we create an object for a derived class alone. So der ob. Again, so using that object ob dot get one, again I will be invoking the function of the base class 1, ob dot get 1, ob dot get mark, ob dot get score, ob dot put. So every function I'll be in a position to access it. Since I am giving the visibility mode as public, so using the derived class object, I may access all the functions. So as usual, we will be reading the roll number, name, mark, score, and I am going to print everything into the console.